What's up everyone? Welcome back to MMA Drop Zone. We've got some spicy news today involving Colby Covington and Arman Tsarukyan. Now we all know Colby loves to talk, but he just went on the Ariel Helwani show and brought up some history that most fans didn't know about. Colby claims that back when they both trained at American Top Team, Arman was basically his understudy. He says he used to beat Arman up in wrestling rounds every single day. Let's look at why Colby is saying this now, and if there's any truth to it. In a recent interview with Ariel Helwani, Colby told him that, "I want to wrestle Tsarukyan. That's a guy I used to beat up all the time at ATT, a little understudy who came to train just to get beaten by me in the gym.
I want to wrestle against Tsarukyan. That's a guy I used to beat up on all the time at ATT. He was a little understudy to me who he used to come train just because he wanted to get beat up by me in the gym. So that's someone who I kind of want to expose to the world and beat his ass on the RAF mats. But, the UFC is blocking that right now. They said no active UFC fighters are allowed to go against each other. So I just feel like that's a little unfair. I want to be treated like an independent contractor. If I want to go paint this person's house, let me go paint this person's house too. Don't restrict me and tell me whose house I can't paint. So I just want to earn, make money, do good business, Ariel, and be a good person, because that's how we'll be judged at the end of this.
If you look at the history, Arman did spend a lot of time at ATT in Florida starting around 2019 to improve his wrestling. Colby was the king of that gym for a long time, so it's very likely they shared the mats. Colby's point is that while everyone is hyping up Arman's wrestling today, he already knows how to shut it down. He's basically saying that Arman's skills are built on the beatings Colby gave him years ago. But here is the interesting part. This isn't just talk. Colby actually revealed that he tried to book a real wrestling match against Arman in the Real American Freestyle promotion. Colby has been competing there lately, and he actually beat Luke Rockhold 12-0 in January. He said he wanted to settle the score with Arman on the mats, but the UFC stepped in and blocked it. According to Colby, the UFC told him that active fighters aren't allowed to compete against each other in outside organizations. Colby is furious about it, saying they are being treated like employees instead of independent contractors. He really wanted that match to prove his understudy theory was true. So, how would it go today? If we are talking about a real MMA fight, things have changed a lot since their ATT days. Arman is only 29 and is arguably the most dangerous lightweight in the world right now. He's coming off a massive win over Lance Palmer in RAF and is still the top contender for lightweight belt. Colby, on the other hand, is 38 and is coming off a tough run. While Colby's cardio and chain wrestling are still elite, Arman's youth and explosive power might be too much. Most experts believe that if they wrestled today, Colby's experience might give him an edge in a pure wrestling match. But in a cage with strikes, Arman would likely win by a decision or a late TKO. The understudy has grown up, and he's much more dangerous now than he was in the ATT gym. Colby is actually back in action tomorrow, March 28th at RAF 07 against Dylan Dennis. If he wins that, you can bet he's going to call out Arman again. But what do you think? Do you believe Colby really beaten up Arman in the gym, or is he just trying to stay relevant? Let me know in the comments. I'm reading all of them. Don't forget to hit like and check the link to buy me a Momo to support my studies and family. I'll see you in the next one.